Welcome to Good News. So, what's been happening? Over on BBC Breakfast, Susanna Reid revealed her ultimate turn-on.
Slow cooking.
Bill Turnbull was so excited, he had an orgasm.
Oh.
Here's a tip. Don't do a report on fish if you're scared of fish.
And look, they're big. This one is about 12 pounds, but they can grow to be...
And finally, there's been loads of Halloween costumes in the news, but this was definitely my favourite. It's like Bill Gates with a really itchy nose. The big news in the US was all about Hurricane Sandy.
Superstorm Sandy leaves a trail of devastation across the eastern coast of the United States.
Obama said this.
You need to take this very seriously.
And minutes later, some kids did this.
Just had a brief lull, but one of the he said that
They weren't the only ones pissing about. Do you know some people were actually surfing in the middle of the storm? And judging by this interview, some of them were pretty stoned when they did it.
You get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like pull in, and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah! Drop in, say, bah! And then after that, you just drop in, just ride the barrel and get pitted.
Back in Britain, and we're in the money.
Britain is officially out of recession. The latest figures show the economy grew by 1% in the 3 months to September.
This guy was so delighted, he did an impression of a nodding dog.
The economic growth in 2012 as a whole is positive.
We heard Wayne, though, saying that it doesn't feel much different to him. He doesn't feel like he's suddenly out of recession, even though the news today will be filled with the news of recession.
Mind you, it's little wonder we're making so much dollar when the country's got salesmen like this.
Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. 1 pound fish. Come on, ladies, come on, ladies. 1 pound fish. 1 pound fish. Have a look. 1 pound fish. Have a look. 1 pound fish. Very, very good. 1 pound fish. Very, very cheap. 1 pound fish. 6 pound, 5 pound, 1 pound each.
If only he'd say how much it cost. The most incredible part of this story, have you seen one of the reasons why we're out of recession? 50 Shades of Grey! People have spent millions on sex toys. It's true. There's been a 15% increase in the sales of whips. Blindfolds have gone up 60%. And there's been a 200% increase in the sales of jiggle balls. Which means the economy turning around isn't due to Cameron or Osborne, it's down to wanking mums!
Very nice.
You dirty little heroes! Britain's back in the green because you're flicking your bean! Imagine kids in the future. Mummy, how did Britain get out of the 2012 double-dip recession?
Love beads.
Mind you, sex toys are all well and good, but one word of advice. Never fart in a gimp suit. 50 Shades wasn't the only book making headlines this week. Did you see Pippa Middleton has got a book out?
The Duchess of Cambridge's sister, Pippa Middleton, has been promoting her first book.
Pippa Middleton's first attempt in print is described as a one-stop guide to entertaining throughout the year.
Wow, a book on entertaining. So what kind of incredibly original ideas does she have that nobody could ever think of?
Pippa offers practical party tips like, if you live near the sea, a fun idea could be a trip to the beach.
Wow! What other tips has she got?
If you go to the cinema, why not try a thing called popcorn?
Look at my bum. It's all roundy, magic happy. Did you see her press launch? There was a great moment when a little girl slammed her sister.
How old are you?
6. I bet when you're 10, you'll love pink and you'll love princesses.
I hate princesses.
I also hate people who are just famous for their arse. Jog on, pumpkin butt.
This book is such bollocks. She had an entire section on fancy dress, not one mention of this guy. Now, I know it's wrong, but this story really made me laugh.
31-year-old William Martinez suffered a heart attack and died during a threesome.
He had a heart attack and died during a threesome. I'd love to see that funeral. He died doing what he loved. And her friends. What a weird way to die. I'm coming. I'm going. It gets weirder. Look what happened to his wife.
Martinez's wife has been awarded $3 million after filing a lawsuit against her husband's doctor for lack of proper care.
How's it the doctor's fault?
What's he supposed to do? Take these tablets twice a day and easy on the gangbangs.
Not that it's the weirdest story about death in the news. Check this out from Serbia.
Grieving 72-year-old Milan Marinkovic wanted to fulfill his wife Milina's last request not to be forgotten by having her likeness carved on her grave.
Oh, isn't that sweet? It's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. So what did he put on her grave? A lovely picture of her face?
It wasn't her face that the dying woman wanted her husband to remember the most. It was her vagina.
She's got a cast of her vagina on her grave.
Very nice.
I love the fact it was her idea.
Just on her deathbed. Oh, will you do one thing for me when I die? Just one thing. You couldn't put my growler on a grave, could you?
Wouldn't it be awful if she didn't actually want this? If it turned out the husband was deaf? And she was just a massive fan of a bloke called Mike Hunt?
I want Mike Hunt on my grave. Me and Mike Hunt together forever. Do you know, I want people to stare all day at me and Mike Hunt.
She's got a vagina on her grave. Do you know who I feel sorry for? Her grandchildren. Do you want to visit your nan's grave? No! They'll be so freaked out. Mum, what's that? That's a butterfly with an afro. Christ, what's his gravestone going to look like? This? So you're probably thinking threesome death, fanny tombstone, it can't get weirder than that. Well, have a look what this bloke did to his cat.
What do you do when your cat dies? Have a cry? No, you turn him into a helicopter.
He turned his cat into a helicopter! He's the worst parent ever!
Dad, have you seen Tiddles?
The poor birds!
Imagine that lovely day up here.
Fucking hell! They've learned to fly! It's ridiculous. Cats aren't meant to fly. You just ask this little fella. Some crazy education stories in the news. Have a look at what this student did.
61-year-old Ellen Vick says her students put an extra boost in her morning coffee, and investigators believe it was much more than caffeine.
Damn right. Look what he slipped in her drink.
They found something called Glute Boost. According to the company's website, Glute Boost is designed to add a little more junk in your trunk.
He spiked his teacher's coffee with ass-enhancing pills.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Still biggest prank ever. I hate my teacher so much. I'm gonna give her a really sexy ass. Bitch. It's ridiculous. Surely, if you're gonna do anything to an ass, you do this. Mind you, if you think bubble butting your teacher's arse is a prank gone wrong, check out what happened to this woman on BBC Radio Ulster.
Unfortunately, earlier in the programme, I was the victim of a prank text about Jimmy Savile, which I mistakenly read out.
And what was the horrendous message you read out?
An alternative view on the Jimmy Savile story. This texter says, I wish everyone would stop criticising Jimmy Savile. He was a nice man. When I was 8, he fixed it for me to milk a cow blindfolded.
How can you read that out? It's the biggest story. Use your brain. Now, talking of idiocy, take a look at this bizarre story from the Ukraine. The Ukraine wants to ban cartoon Spongebob Squarepants as it promotes homosexuality. What absolute bollocks. What are the kids going, oh, look, a talking sponge who plays his nose like a flute. I wonder what it's like to suck a dick. I must have missed the episode where SpongeBob did poppers and trombone Patrick. Imagine coming out in the Ukraine. How scary would that be? Mum, Dad, I think I'm Squarepants. It's mad. The SpongeBob doesn't turn kids gay. It just makes them lose their shit. Either that or there's cocaine in that orange juice. Mind you, if you think the Ukrainian government is bad, have you heard what they're doing in schools in England?
Concerns have been raised over children's privacy after it was revealed that schools across the country, including 8 in this region, are using CCTV cameras in toilets and changing rooms.
What? How creepy is that? Should we spend money on books?
Nah. Let's watch him have a shit.
How scary would that be? You're having a dump and then suddenly, make sure you wipe properly. I'm watching you. It's a terrible idea. It's like some weird toilet version of Big Brother.
Dear 14 and the girls are discussing their upcoming GCSEs. Meanwhile, in the boys, Darren and Russell are seeing how far they can piss up the wall.
You think that's mad? You should see what happens in toilets in the Ukraine. Oh, yeah! Oh, SpongeBob! In political news, it's been a bad week for Silvio Berlusconi.
The former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi has been sentenced to 4 years in jail after being convicted of tax evasion.
Bye-bye to Bunga Bunga Man.
Did you see the moment the Italian people heard about the news?
Silvio Berlusconi has been sentenced to 4 years in jail for tax fraud.
I doubt he cares. That orange pervert probably thinks prison will be like this. It won't. It'll be like this. Incredibly, despite the fact he's been found guilty, he's never going to go to jail. Have you seen the reason why?
Few people over 70 in Italy go to jail anymore. Instead, they're put under house arrest, thanks to a law brought by, yes, 76-year-old Mr. Berlusconi himself.
I also passed a law that means every man over 70 must be woken up by a blowjob. I don't know where I'm from either. I know it's wrong, but I'll miss Berlusconi if he's under house arrest. I mean, we'll never see him do stuff like this. Now, despite the hurricane, the US election rumbles on.
Barack Obama has become the first US president to vote early in an election. His campaign want Democrats to cast their ballots as soon as possible.
He wasn't voting. He was doing this.
Finish him.
He's had a tough old week, Obama. He's been under attack from Donald Trump. Now, Trump refuses to believe that Obama was born in America. Look what he's done.
President Obama is the least transparent president in the history of this country.
Trump says he will give $5 million to the charity of President Obama's choice if Mr. Obama will release his college records and passport applications.
So, how did Obama respond? He slammed him.
What's this thing with Trump and you? I don't. It's like me and Letterman. What has he got against you here? I don't get it. You know?
This all dates back to when we were growing up together in Kenya.
Yeah.
Boom! Mind you, if you think that's a slam, check out what this guy said about Mitt Romney.
Mom, Dad, the election's coming up soon.
We're tired right now, hon. Go back to your room.
Sorry, my friend, but there's no time to snore. An out-of-touch millionaires just declared war. On schools, the environment, unions, fair pay. We're all on our own if Romney has his way. And he's against safety nets. If you fall, tough luck. So I strongly suggest that you wake the fuck up.
You'd never get an advert like that over here. Just Ray Winston. Vote Lib Dem, you slave! Now, this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news, and I have to figure out who that person is. So, please welcome my mystery guest! Hello.
Hi.
A bit awkward. Hello, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Nalika.
Nalika. What a lovely name.
Thank you.
So this is, I'm getting sort of an Arabian Nights theme.
No, not at all, no.
So I just came off as a bit racist there. So it's got anything to do with cushions?
No, not really.
Okay. That's not an outline of a really big turd you did. Please tell me that's not why you're here.
That's not why I'm here.
Last thing we need is a poo sculptor.
No.
So it's got anything to do with these plants?
There's something near those plants that's kind of a clue.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. The thing there?
It's to do with that there?
Yes,
Okay.
should we have a look?
Right, so it's underneath here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There's David Cameron.
Yeah.
Excellent. So it's got something to do with David Cameron. Are you a big fan of his?
Not particularly.
What would you like to do to David Cameron? Pretend I'm David Cameron right in front of you now. What would you like to do? I quite like the fact that we're having this awkward moment. So it's got something to do with David Cameron.
Yeah.
Any other clues except for Dave?
Oh, I can show you something, okay.
Excellent. Okay, that looks like the beginning of a dance.
Ah, yes, you're warm. This
I'm
is
warm,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
You've danced for David Cameron?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, but you do a dance in honour of David Cameron?
Kind of. He said something about this.
You said you haven't got the moves, Mama?
No.
What did he say about your dancing?
Well, David Cameron said that Indian dancing wasn't really exercise.
Really? What an arsehole. Look at that fat, smug prick up there. He's not in shape.
I know. Well, this is why we challenged him to come to one of our Indian dance classes.
And did he come?
You know.
He didn't come?
He
Well,
didn't
come on, Dave, if you're watching the show. Come on. So, we're going to have a dance.
We're gonna do a bit of dancing.
This could be awkward.
It could be awkward.
I'm not known young for my moves. Can you help me?
I can help you, I can try. Should we give it a go?
I'd love to dance.
Yeah, but before that,
Yes.
let's check this out.
Oh, lovely. Right. You look lovely. I feel a bit silly.
You look great.
Thank you. So, can you teach me how to dance?
Yes, we're going to teach you some moves.
Okay.
So the first move you're going to do is your hands are going to be up here. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Flat hands. There we go. So we go again?
Yep.
1, 2,
3, 4.
You don't need to go down.
Oh, I can't help it. Right.
Let's see again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just the hands.
Yeah,
Perfect.
just the hands. Right.
So that's the first move.
It's just the rest of my body wants to join in.
Stick to the hands.
Christ.
So the next move, you're going to use your right leg and you're going to come in, out, and then you're going to go round, 2, 3, 4.
So it's like you're trying to get rid of dog shit off your shoes. Flag hand. It's done pretty well.
Last move, it's called the Windscreen Wipers.
Okay.
Okay? Your hands are here, and you're going to go down and up. Are you going a different way from me?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
You're going this way.
I was in the lowdown. You know, have you seen that brother? What am I doing?
Then up. That's it. Double the speed, so we go.
Double the speed. Whoa.
3, 4, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's just take it to a car wash.
No? Should we do it?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, and cue music. 2, 3, 4. Ready?
Yep.
We're going to go into our moves.
Yep.
There we go. Feet in, out, round. And again. Round. Let's go for the wipers. Slow. Wipers again. Now I'm going to pose. You're going to pose.
Yes! And we freestyle now. Watch the fucking thing. Go on.
Okay, we're going to freestyle now. We'll stand there. Freestyle! You're going to pose now. You're going to pose it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up to my mystery girl! Did you hear about the talking whale?
A stunning revelation from a San Diego research facility, a male beluga whale apparently mimicking human speech. Take a listen to this.
Whale music is meant to be relaxing. How's that going to send you to sleep? Sounds like Spongebob trying to shit a kazoo. Mind you, if you listen carefully, he's actually singing this.
Come on, ladies! Come on, ladies! 1 pound feet!
Whales want to talk. Dolphins, they've got other ideas. Mind you, it isn't just whales that are talking. Check out this story about bins.
This is actually Britain's brainiest bin. These bins will send a text message to individual street cleaners telling them they need emptying.
You can get text messages off a bin. How confusing would that be for bin men? I'm filthy. Come here and clean me. Is this the girl I met in the pub the other day? Send. No, it's a fucking bin. Finally, this story is about a very determined young art student called Heather Purdom.
Heather Purdom can paint with her hand, but it's painful. Hypermobility syndrome means her joints are loose. She finds it difficult to grip the brush. She feared she'd have to give up.
I was sitting in my art lesson. I started crying. It was really embarrassing, and my art teacher took me to one side and was like, you know, if you want, you don't have to do the subject, but you're talented. I'm sure that you can find a way around it.
She loves the work of the artist Alison Lapper, who was born without arms and holds the brush in her mouth. So Heather tried the same technique and discovered by dabbing the brush on the canvas, she could create art.
I thought, this actually looks really good, and I don't have to drop art, and I was just overjoyed.
In her A-level art sketchbooks, a photo she took from a train window, a photo that inspired this painting, done entirely with the brush in her mouth.
It's such a wonderful painting. It's not just that she painted it with her mouth. If she had done that with her hand, it would be an amazing piece in its own right.
Just because you have a disability, it doesn't mean that you have to stop doing something. I think there are always ways that you can adapt, even if it's not the conventional thing to do.
Excellent, isn't it? There you go. Next up, it's time for my stand-up guest. He is the self-proclaimed greatest French comedian in the UK. So, please welcome the fabulous Marcel Lucas!
Bon. Well, here I am. I'm Marcel Lucas, in case there was any doubt. Actually, I think this should be the decor for every room in the world. Well, it's my first time to play this show. It is, of course, an absolute honor for you to have me here tonight. I will talk at you for some time and then go. It's bizarre as ever to be in England. Strange attitude. Trying to make a shop in Tesco. Supermarché. And the woman grows angry with me because I have 11 items in my jacket. You have so many things, Tesco. Give some away. I won't lie to you, I'm quite drunk. Why not? It's okay, I still get paid. I'm very generous with alcohol. Before this wine, more wine. Before that, 3, maybe 4 beers. In school, you know what they say? Beer and then wine makes you feel women's breasts without their permission. Look out. Nice boots. Little leather boots. It's cool. Not big leather, not fuck me boots. Finger me boots. It's not professional drinking. Oh, don't drink during the show, before the show, Marcel. Leave it till after the alcohol. In the words of Berlusconi's inner monologue, fuck that. So, I arrived this summer in England, beginning of British summertime. Seemed to go really well. 5 days of sun. Fun to read on the front page of your national Bible, the Sun newspaper. In front of the Sun it reads, remember, clocks go forward. The English have to explain the nature of time to the entire nation. Disappointed not to read the following day, remember, crabs go sideways. Was here for the Jubilee bullshit as well in London. Kissing your sovereign's ring for 2 extra days holiday. Thank you. Subservient bastards. Never understand how you treat royalty in this country. We decapitated ours. You choose to leave yours out in the rain for several hours. And force them to watch Cheryl Cole. It's more cruel, if anything. You're at least learning how to protest in England. Little too good at it last summer. Occupy movement, big for you. Took a while to catch on for us. The phrase Occupy France did not settle well. Thank you, Germany. I feel for you, England. The coalition, no, it's not working. Oh, who would have thought? Oh, we get someone from the right, someone from the left put together. Harmony. No, it's fucked. Of course it's fucked. Always to be fucked. It was always going to go this way. I feel for you. The dichotomy of your coalition is what I feel in my own body. Often my brain will come with a liberal thought, only to be vetoed by a penis. At least I know my penis will never withdraw from Europe. But no, I live now in London for too long. It's so expensive in this town. My friend Jean-Luc and his lover, they buy their apartment in London. I go and visit. I look at the size of it. I say, Jean-Luc, you have paid this much. And it's so small. There is no room to swing. And I was right. You know, the orgy that night was really cramped. Since both moved back to Bordeaux. I would not mind the price of London if it all worked. But it does not. You go in the shop, can I get this done? I don't know. All idiot children working behind the counter. It's no good. Call me old-fashioned. I just don't think the phrase, how can I help you? Should be rhetorical. The only city in the world where the phrase, take care, sounds like a threat. Children are useless anyway. Useless. We have 7 billion persons in the world. Oh, we need another child. No. No, we don't. Stop it. Useless. By the time a child is big enough to carry anything useful, it is old enough to report you for making them do it. To me, children, they are like bongo drums. Slightly irritating. It's fashionable for the rich to bring them back from Africa. And persons tend to grow angry if you beat one in public. Winter time is here, Christmas almost upon us. Not a fan of Christmas at all. Where I'm from, we don't so much celebrate Christmas, more New Year. My father said, Marcel, better to celebrate the passing of time than religion. Religion, he said, has been the cause of death for so many persons all over the world. I never wished to point out that time is just as guilty of this. If not more so. At least in France, we appreciate the winter, the snow, You enjoy the snow? White shit from the sky. I don't think in London you do. You don't appreciate when the snow arrives. You say, "Oh, clear away the snow as soon as we can. It may contain terrorists. Get rid of the snow." Us, we frolic. We enjoy the snow. We build ourselves the bonhomme de neige, the snowman. Of course, so much better. Bonhomme de neige, a good man of the snow. We are proud of him. Build him up, give to him strong shoulders, a good scarf, a good hat, a pipe if he is lucky. In your country, you say, "Oh, let us build an effigy of a man at whom we can pelt snow until his fucking head comes off." So brutal. It's a terrible way to go. Imagine to be decapitated by your own balls. That's what you do. Well, it's time for a little bit of poetry. I am the self-published, self-award-winning author of several books of poetry. I'll give you a choice. No, I won't give you a choice. Some of you may know my work already, the classic poems, my ode to sex in the public lavatory. Baise-moi ce soir dans le pissoir. My ode to erectile dysfunction. No hard feelings. But tonight, my ode to the breasts of British women. The tits of the Brits. Breasts of the British women, supposedly the biggest of Europe. Don't be proud of this. Breasts of the French women, perkiest of Europe. It's a fact. Girls of my town are made to stand on their hands for 1 hour a day, just to really make the perky. A response to the large British. The tits of the Brits are the biggest and best breasts in Europe, they say. But who are they to say? And is biggest best anyway? When they stay out to play in a man's randy hands, will they stand to attention without intervention? And that's not to mention the standard of man you'll encounter when touting your mountainous peaks. Men who drool like a fool and truly lose all cool as they stare all the while at the vertical smile of a gleaming, heaving cleavage. When the men end their frenzied endeavors with haste, ignoring your face, the fun's up, and although the D-cup runneth over the owners alone, now the boner has gone. The petite titty sits pretty when tipped up. It's tipped up when on top. The sleek, subtle peaks within reach, each a pink, pointy peach. Pity the big titty who claims superiority when in later years gravity interferes. So instead of 2 spheres, they will smother your ears. As you sleep in your bed, dreaming instead you are blessed with a chest which may not have impressed the testosterone drones who won't rest in their quest to squeeze handfuls of flesh, while the smartest attest that biggest is not best. So, now I have made friends with you. Shoot off into the night, see what London can offer to me. Don't hope for much. When I first arrive, I say, where can I find the women? Oh, Marcel, go to the nightclub. Of course. I'm looking for a woman covered in 500 other men's sweat. Who enjoys to be shouted at while deafened also by shit music. Oh, the nightclub. It's no good. Don't enjoy the London nightclub. I find the women of the London nightclubs usually very similar to the toilets of the London nightclubs. They are either engaged or vacant. Some of them are disabled, but... That has been it from me. I have been Marcel Lucon, and in many ways, I still am.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marcel Lucon! Thanks very much for watching Good News. Good night, my friends. Good night.